What we're trying to do is create in our minds an environment in which negative or evil spirits or influences don't have access and can't gain strength or influence. So you remember in the beginning we were talking about bacteria. Bacteria need certain conditions or parameters for them to be able to survive, and especially to multiply and grow. So you need to have certain amount of elements, temperature, light, whatever these particular organisms need. So what is it that makes it so that they can't survive? There's certain things, antibiotics or penicillin or something, put it in there, they all die in that ring. So what is it that we can put in our mind that makes them not be able to grow? And what Swedenborg is saying is it's this thing that's called the Word. And I think about fighting from the truths of faith. You think about them as like this connection of truths, like these points of light in your mind. These are higher things you know about life. This could be something comforting that you've experienced, something you've learned from somebody that you value, something like that. The way I see it, it's this web of principles that reminds you that good is powerful, and that we're being looked out for, and that we don't have to believe the negative messages. And when you fight from this pre-established thing that you've learned, then you gain. And let me try to explain this, because this is an important concept to me. We actually released a video on it called How to Stop Unwanted Thoughts, where we use this principle. This is how it works for me, and this is what I find. If I'm getting negative thoughts and feelings, we're talking about schizophrenics, but as it shows up in the rest of us, it's everything negative in the mind. And Jerry's going to say that in a minute. I'm kind of stealing his thunder. But when that stuff comes in, if I'm getting some kind of negative message about myself, Curtis, you're no good at this, or you're no good for this reason, or you should be afraid of this, or even something like this is going to happen to you, then if I start to try to fight from myself, meaning like try to argue, latch onto it, and no, I'm actually cool because this one person said this, and that, I lose. I always lose. It doesn't get better. It gets worse. That everything that I try to offer to these negative thoughts and feelings, they twist. I end up feeling worse. It spirals down. But if I fight from spiritual principles, if I'm almost quoting things, you find what tradition works for you. I'm not saying everybody has to do it from the Bible. Pick something that works for you. But if you fight from that, like when there's a negative attack, you have just kind of a few short spiritual principles you fight from, that has power. There's nothing that I've come across in spirituality that has power over negative thoughts and feelings like that.